Yeah, so apparently they've overturned Roe versus Wade. Brilliant decision, really. Brilliant. So the Americans have overturned Roe versus Wade in what can only be called an act of regressive stupidity. But it's something that they've wanted to do for a while, so it's not even the Americans, it's a tiny minority within the Americans. The far right, basically it's their revenge for the fact that their orange god, Donald Trump, was defeated in a legitimate election, and they cannot game the system to get him back in. So there's that. But they're trying to phrase it, of course, as doing it to protect the precious little babies. This is the same Supreme Court that refuses to uphold laws that would actually protect babies. So it's not about protecting babies. It's about controlling women. It's about men controlling women. It's about regressive policies that go back to a bygone era when, yes, men decided women's health and women had no agency whatsoever. The American Roe versus Wade decision is a bad decision. And don't fool yourself. This sort of stupidity can come to Canada. It can easily come to Canada. Conservative Party here in Canada is basically the Republican Party light. They follow the Republican Party. They obey the Republican Party. It wouldn't surprise me if the leadership of the Conservative Party of Canada actually received payment from the American Republican Party. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. A woman's right to choose is something that scares the far right almost as much as people like me moving into suburbia and bringing our weird food and our weird music and our weird cultures with us. The decision to overturn Roe versus Wade is a step backward to a bygone age when men controlled women. And it's going to hurt a lot of people. It's going to cause a lot of harm. It's going to cause a lot of suffering. And it's all because, you got it, Donald Trump didn't get his way. So his Supreme Court got back at the world, or at least back at America, for not voting in his favor. Let's establish one thing right away. Nobody likes abortions. Nobody sets out to get pregnant just so they can have an abortion. Having an abortion is a hard decision that every woman makes. And it has to be a woman's choice. Because in the 1950s, it wasn't. It was a man's choice. And in the 1950s, a man would take his wife or his daughter or his mistress or his girlfriend to the doctor for an abortion, whether she wanted one or not. And that's also something the Republican Party wants to take us back to. Something to think about. I don't want to go back to the 1950s. And neither does any sane, rational, reasonable person who has actually looked at the history, the actual history of that era, beyond simply watching a few episodes of Leave It to Beaver and a few episodes of Happy Days. Those of us who have actually learned what the 1950s was, we don't want to go back to that. I mean, the cars were nice, the music was okay, everything else sucked. So if you're an American woman and you're watching this video, you have my condolences. And I hope that this legal decision to overturn Roe versus Wade, overturn a woman's right to choose, is itself overturned. I do hope that. Because there are a dozen other things that the American government could do to protect precious little babies. But banning abortion isn't one of them. Damn seagulls. We hear you. Even the seagulls are upset about this. And they're seagulls. Come on. Anywho, take care, be well, stay safe, everybody. Have a good day. I'm on my way out to work on the boat today. The rest of you, stay safe.